Will losing weight make me better at my Metcons? This is something I see all the time on social media. Don't focus on losing weight to get better at your workouts. But I'm actually going to give a pros and cons list to show you that in some cases, it actually is better to lose weight to get better at gymnastics, your energy levels, and a host of other things that are going to allow you to actually get overall better as an athlete. Now, before we get into this pros and cons list, go ahead and click the subscribe button below. It really supports the channel. We appreciate it a lot. And here is a picture of a lizard smiling.
I ask if you want to save hundreds on car insurance, and you're like, yes, thank you.
Thanks for subscribing. Now let's get into the pros and cons list that I have for you guys, right? So the first con when it comes to losing weight is your strength drops. Now, this doesn't always have to be the case, right? When I specifically say lose weight, I mean lose body fat. And if you do this the right way and you don't crash diet, you can lose body fat without losing muscle, which means you could keep a lot, if not all of the strength that you currently have. Some people in our program, for example, even get stronger when they lose body fat. Nonetheless, mass moves mass. Even fat moves mass, just not as good as muscle. And so when you drop weight, you may expect to lose some strength depending on how much weight you lost. So this is a big con, and I think a lot of the Instagram influencers out there are saying, don't focus on losing weight, get stronger and get gymnastics, when this is actually not true. I actually believe the exact opposite. Now, if you're already lean, I would not focus on trying to get leaner and crash dieting and doing things crazy just to get better at your Metcons. But a lot of people, if they lost 10 pounds of body fat, would overall get better inside of their Metcons. Nonetheless, con number one is you might lose strength during this process, depending on your programming and how quick you lose weight and how much weight you lose. Let's go to pro number one. Pro number one is gymnastics and running. Now, some people just need to get stronger in their upper body to get a first pull-up or to string toes to bar together or to get the first muscle up. But I'm going to tell you right now, your first muscle up is going to be a lot easier if you're 10 pounds lighter than you are right now, right? And so focusing on losing body fat can allow you to, with your body weight ratio to strength, get better at gymnastics movements. This includes handstand push-ups, handstand walks, bar muscle-ups, box jumps, anything that is body weight dependent. And it also helps improve your overall VO2 max. In the VO2 max equation, it is dependent upon body weight. It's one of the many factors that affect our VO2 max, which is the volume of oxygen we uptake and we can utilize in our body, which is why running is so much easier whenever we lose weight, okay? Now, all this to say, you don't want to underfuel your body completely, because then you're gonna go on a run, you're gonna feel really tired, and you're not gonna be able to push your body with intensity. However, losing fat the right way can drastically improve gymnastics and drastically improve your running capability and anything body weight dependent. That is pro number one. Con number two, slower recovery. After you're done your Metcon, you crushed it, you're doing these body weight gymnastics things much better because you've lost the weight or you're in the process of losing the weight. However, you may take more time to actually recover. You may feel sore more often or for longer periods of time, and this is typically because you're in a calorie deficit. To lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And so with that comes a slightly lower recovery time. Don't be afraid to take an extra active rest day, or you don't need to push 100% red line in every single workout that you do, every single time you go into the gym, or even every single week. Focus on hitting whatever the workout is with some sort of intention and purpose. This is going to help make sure that you're not overtraining and you can recover properly when you're in a calorie deficit and maybe your body's not getting as much fuel as it typically needs. Pro number two, your body weight to strength ratio. I'll give you an example. Weightlifters have a particular weight class that they're in. And in these weight classes, it defines when they step on the scale versus the numbers they can lift. And this is how people qualify at weightlifting events. You cannot compete outside of your weight class. Now, I know this isn't true for CrossFit, but there is a body weight and composition to performance ratio. That's why we look and we aspire at these games athletes. They look amazing, they perform really well, and you can't expect to be overweight or have 20 pounds of extra body fat and perform at your best. And so when it comes to the strength to performance ratio, as well as your body weight, losing body fat while still maintaining strength means that you're just as strong at a lower body weight, which means your strength ratio, as well as your body weight to strength ratio, skyrockets, which is awesome. And I'm gonna let you guys in on a little tip. Whenever you lower your actual body fat number, let's say you go from 160 to 150 and you maintain your muscle mass, you actually lowered your body fat percentage. But whenever you gain muscle and keep your body fat the same, you also lower your body fat percentage, right? Percentage is a ratio of the two. So you can improve your body fat percentage by gaining more muscle or losing more fat. So don't forget that if you're someone that's already lean and you know you can't go the direction of getting leaner, focus on building muscle. You're gonna look more jacked and you're gonna feel more confident. And that is pro number 2. Let's go to con number 3, fueling. Now, you're gonna have some dog SHIT workouts. When you're in a deficit, it's inevitable. Now, it's not gonna be every time you go into the gym, but there are gonna be some times you go in, you're just tired, you're fatigued. You don't feel the same as maybe you usually do. You usually could push on those last, 15 burpees, and now you're finding it a little bit more difficult. And this is because when you're in a calorie deficit, your glycogen stores and what we use as energy is not all there. And when it's not all there, you're not gonna be able to push with intensity all the time. Now, what we do to combat this in our program is we build out blueprints. These blueprints fit your lifestyle, your goals, and it tells you how to utilize protein, carbs, and fats throughout the day to optimize for workouts. One thing really big for us is nutrient timing. And this means adding in carbs before, during, and after your workout so that you're actually fueling and recovering the best you possibly can in the workouts that you're doing. And this can actually help things improve even if you're in a calorie deficit, but you're fueling around the time that you work out. So it becomes very timing specific, and this is something that can really, really help. Also, when it comes to the strength side, don't forget to take your 5 grams of creatine every single day. This is gonna help when you're on your fat loss journey. Let's move on to pro number 3. Pro number 3, and this is so overlooked, confidence. Whenever you lose body fat, you start looking better, leaner, you feel better in your clothes, both inside and outside of the gym. And this level of confidence, self-esteem, and improvement in your overall self is gonna help you perform better in your workouts, help you perform better in your job, help you perform better as a partner, as a husband, as a wife, as a mom, as a dad. And these confidence levels that we have when we're overweight are a much more diminished version of ourselves than we can be whenever we feel ultimately accepting of our body. Now, you can do this just through mindset training, actually improve and accept the way that you look and appreciate your body for what it does. And we should not overlook that. However, looking great in a bikini or feeling really comfortable in clothes that you wear, not having to go up and wear bigger sizes and buy new clothes, these are all things that affect our day-to-day life and our total confidence. And so with more confidence in your body and in yourself, you can expect to perform better, looking better, feel good, play good, you know what I'm saying. And so this is where the confidence piece really comes in and is extremely important. All right, those are my 3 cons, those are my 3 pros. I do have another video explaining, well, if you're at this body fat percentage, should you build muscle? Or if you're at this body fat percentage, should you lose body fat? Should you focus on fat loss? And then some people are right in between and they should focus on body recomp, which is losing fat and building muscle at the same time. Now, if you're struggling with this and you've been trying on your own for a while and you're pretty much sick of continuing the same spiral, this hamster wheel of, I feel like I'm doing everything right, it's probably not your fault. And what we do at CBG is we create specific blueprints so you never have to track macros again, and you can actually start predictably getting results versus random guessing. If that's you, there is a link in the description below. You can click to apply. We'll get to know you and your goals a little bit better and see if it's a good fit. I hope this helped. I'm gonna be answering comments in this video below right after it's posted. And so if you have any questions about this, go ahead and drop them below and I'll respond to you as quickly as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace out.